I know there are certain laws in each state. When it comes to just cohabitation, that is for an extended period of time, it becomes known as common law marriage, right?
Almost, not quite. People believe that it does happen that way, but that's a misconception.
Oh, okay.
Common law marriage occurs when two people agree to be married and they live in Texas as husband and wife after agreeing to be married, and they represent to others that they are married. It becomes tricky because one person may believe that they have that agreement and then the other person may not. It also becomes tricky when the two people have held themselves out as being spouses just to get a benefit. For instance, for health insurance, maybe two people are living together and one has employer-provided health insurance and the other one does not. And so they say, well, hey, I'll just put you down as my spouse and then you can be on my insurance plan.
Right.
Well, one can argue that that's a holding out and an implied agreement.
Oh, okay. And maybe it's they wanted to get money off their phone bill. They figured they get a family plan. We can. So they're wanting to take advantage of certain benefits that are provided to people who are a married couple.
Exactly.
And so they're representing themselves as a married couple.
Exactly.
And so now legally there's an issue because if they decide they want to split,
right,
then there may be an issue with property rights and all that.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Right. And so although a person can sort of ease into a marriage without necessarily having a ceremony, hence common law marriage, you can't really ease out of a marriage, whether it be common law or a ceremonial marriage, that way. You have to go through the formal divorce process.
So even if they never went through the formal marriage process, they may still have to go through the formal divorce process.
Exactly.
So there may be common law marriage, but there's not such thing as common law divorce.
You got it.
And is that just in Texas, or is that kind of, you hear about that everywhere?
I do hear about it everywhere, though every state has its own requirements. And of course, I'm only licensed in Texas, so I can only tell you about the requirements in Texas.
So common law marriage does not necessarily equate to common law divorce without going through the courts.
Correct.
That's just fascinating to me. Well, I can't personally understand why people would say, yes, we're married without going that step and getting the license and all that, but
sometimes it's easier, and in our day and age, sometimes two people have a child together before they have gotten married, and then they fall into the routine of supporting one another, living together, helping each other with finances, and before you know it, they feel like they're functioning as a married couple.
Right.
And all they have to do is the holding out, that is, introduce themselves as husband and wife, or at least put on paper that they are spouses, and you pretty much have a common law marriage.
Oh, wow. Well, there you go, folks. Straight from the mouth of Cheryl Alsandor. She's a Texas family attorney, and she knows what she's talking about. So if you have any questions about common law marriage or divorce in that situation, then you can get in touch with her. I'm going to give you the contact information right now, 713-661-9783. Again, 713-661-9783. And you also have a website. It's alsandorlaw.com.
That's right. You've got it.